LinkedIn's official marketing partner program. Who are these partners and how do you become one? What are the requirements? We cover the LinkedIn Partner Program on this week's episode of the LinkedIn Ad Show.
Welcome to the LinkedIn Ad Show. Here's your host, AJ Wilcox.
Hey there, LinkedIn Ads fanatics. You've heard us talk about how we're an official LinkedIn partner, and you've probably used the tools of other partners to manage or report on your LinkedIn ads initiatives. I met Illiana Acosta, who's one of the senior managers of the LinkedIn partner team at the Be to Believe event that was in November. We talked all about that event on episode 79. And I thought it would be really interesting to bring her on and talk to her all about the program. Many of you have asked me what it takes to become a partner, so this episode is for you. First, in the news, J.O., who's head of ads measurement and audiences at LinkedIn, he wrote an article this month called What's New with the Company Engagement Report on LinkedIn. For those of you who don't know, there's this report that if you go and click on any of your audiences that are company list uploads, or sometimes we call them our ABM lists, if you click on that company's list, it now takes you to this report called the Company Engagement Report. And this is so cool. If you're advertising to a list of companies, now you can get all of this analytics and demographics information about who is actually engaging with your ads. It's way cool. Well, Jay talked about all the new updates that have happened to it, and I wanted to point out the things that I thought were really cool. First off, there's this company segmentation feature. So now you can dynamically prioritize the accounts that you're going after in certain campaigns. You can actually create a static list of here are the companies I want to go into which segment. But what's so exciting to me is the dynamic segmentation, where now you can say, every day I want LinkedIn to go to my list and go just for the companies that have the highest engagement. And let's show ads specifically to them. And you can have another segment that's all about low engagement. So now with your campaigns, you can show different messages to companies that maybe aren't as engaged, so we can try something new. The static segment is actually just a snapshot of the lowest engaged companies, and it's not going to change. We've linked to that article down in the show notes, so go give it a read and check it out if that's interesting to you. I wanted to highlight a review left by Craig C., and that's the last name is S-E-A. Craig says, very insightful and educational. I'm so happy I came across this podcast. I've learned a lot from it. Myself, being a beginner, started listening to this podcast. I've also started AJ's course, which is giving me a lot of confidence to get started running my own ads. Great podcast, 5 stars from me. Craig, thanks so much for heeding the call and leaving that review. I'm so glad that a couple of our resources could give you the confidence to begin advertising. You get 5 stars from me as well. Thanks, Craig. As a reminder, I want to feature you as well. If you haven't already left us a review, please do, and I'd love to give you a shout out. All right, without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump right into the interview. Let's hit it. Illiana, I'm so excited to have you here. For those who don't know, Illiana is a senior manager on the LinkedIn ads business. She supports the LinkedIn marketing partners. She's also the global co-chair of the Latino ERG at LinkedIn. Illiana, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the enthusiasm and welcoming me onto your show.
You and I actually just met at the Be to Believe event not too long ago, back in November.
Yes.
It was awesome to get to hang out with you, get to know you a little bit. I was excited to have you on the show because obviously you know so much about this. So give us an introduction to yourself. Tell us about yourself, anything that I may not have covered in the intro.
Yeah, well, I was born on a Monday. Oh, wait, no, I won't go back that far. I have been with LinkedIn for about 4.5 years, and I have been supporting our channel sales business, which is our LinkedIn Marketing Partners program, since day one. So I've seen it since its, let's call it infancy stages to now its teenage years, where we are operating almost like a mid-level startup, if you will, right? It's like this crazy, awesome, high growth team and business that's supporting so much of what we're doing in our ads business to grow our business, but more so ensure that we are driving value for our customers with our marketing partners. In addition to my day job in managing our enterprise partners ad tech team, I am also the global co-chair, as you mentioned, of our Hispanics of LinkedIn Alliance, ERG, which is really helping to pour into our Latino community within our LinkedIn doors, but also within the community at large. And so I've been in that role for a couple of years now. I'm actually stepping away from the co-chair role in a couple of months and giving an opportunity to newcomers, which is a little bittersweet, but we've done incredible work. And I will continue investing in diversity, equity, and inclusion in some way, shape, or form within the organization. So really excited to be here. So thank you for having me.
Very cool. I announced that you were part of the Latino ERG. We may have listeners who aren't part of large organizations who may not know about employee resource groups. Can you share just a little bit about what these groups are, why they matter?
Absolutely. Let's take a step back. As an employee, right, every single person experiences their tenure, if you will, with an organization in different ways. Some more than others, some negatively, some positively. And so when we look at our workplace, we tend to say, like, I want to go somewhere where I feel like I belong, or I want to make sure that people understand me, or that I'm seen and heard and valued in a way that I haven't before. And for that, I need to find community. And so at LinkedIn, we have about 10 ERGs, employee resource groups, that go everywhere from Black, Latino, LGBTQ+, the Asian community, veterans, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many incredible groups and communities that people can be a part of as soon as they join the organization, feel a complete sense of belonging as soon as they join day one, but also find people that they can relate to and build community with. And it's also an incredible opportunity for allies to learn more about different communities and how they can be of support. Because at the end of the day, we spend so much of our time at work and working with individuals and colleagues. And all we want to make sure is that we are doing really great work with people who appreciate us, who see us, and understand that our differences are what makes us so unique and great together.
Oh, I love that. All right. So switching gears here to your role there at LinkedIn, I would love to hear how you specifically are supporting advertisers, maybe those of us who are listening who may not already be LinkedIn partners.
Yeah, absolutely. So our LinkedIn marketing partners is a global community of qualified technology and service providers that help our customers, our marketers, achieve more on LinkedIn in simple terms. Like on our own, we're kind of badass, we're great, but we're so much greater with our partners. With partners, everything is better, right? So if I can give an example. So today, customers are facing changing buyer behavior, right? For example, shifting to e-commerce, et cetera. There's growth in the tech landscape. We're seeing an increase in spend in MarTech from advertisers. There's now more new and emerging channels, right? Like think about it. The average number of channels to make purchase decisions increased by 2x in the last 5 years. And so it makes marketers' jobs that much more challenging to actually go get to their goals and objectives, right? And so our marketing partners, our LinkedIn marketing partners, can help navigate and reduce some of these complexities. And so what my role is, it's really working with a team of great, amazing high performers. And I lead a team that's working with our enterprise level partners. And those enterprise level partners are typically those partners that are working with our enterprise or global strategic accounts. So those bigger customers at LinkedIn. However, we have 3 different teams that support our channel business today. So we have our enterprise partners, which I just explained are those bigger partners that are working with our biggest accounts, so enterprise and strategic accounts. Then we have our scaled partners team that's led by my colleague, John Hall, who's a total awesomeness in the West Coast. And he's working with these partners that are typically supporting our online sales org customers or small to mid-level size customers. And then we also have our content partners who are creating these custom content solutions and creative solutions that help enhance a customer's LinkedIn campaign on the platform. And that's led by my colleague, Ali Resch, who's based out in New York. And so we have a whole ecosystem of partners that can help customers address some of the marketing challenges that they have, not only for LinkedIn, but as a whole for their, social media buying as a whole. And so these partners, regardless if they're enterprise or scaled, what we classify them internally, they help customers save time, right? So that they have to go through a less of a manual process to set up or manage their campaigns. Like, seriously, can I get an amen for saving time?
Amen.
Right? I'm like, I love saving time. Anything to make me operate more efficient, sign me up. And so these partners allow marketers to do that. And they also allow them to plan more accurately or target for every stage of the funnel. And so now you can actually sync your marketing strategy, your campaigns, optimizations across multiple channels, all within our partner platforms. And so when you're thinking about activating your ad campaigns, right, you want to get the most out of every single dollar you're investing. And so they also allow for a more in-depth understanding of the performance of your campaign. So you can make better decisions, you can shift dollars, you can shift creatives, you can do things and optimize on the fly and get so much more value out of your campaigns with LinkedIn and across our marketing partners.
So we obviously don't want to call out any specific partners. We don't want to give anyone a preferred treatment here.
Right.
Can you tell us about what are some of the kinds of things that you can do through partners? I'm imagining some will help you create campaigns, some will help you optimize and manage, some will help you report. What sort of categories am I missing?
Yeah, there's a few categories. So one, there's a ton of value in using the partners just because, they allow you to do so much more with us. Over 70% of customers today with LinkedIn are already using one or more partners. And so everybody's coming to the party. And so whether they are tapping into a partner for planning, right? So insights, helping you developing the right content and creative for your campaigns, targeting the right audiences at scale. So planning, we have partners that support campaign execution and tracking. So whether that's page management or campaign management with LinkedIn, we also have partners that are supporting reporting and ROI and lead gen. Everybody loves a good lead gen campaign. And so there's so many ways that a partner is supporting customers' needs. It just really depends on what are your goals and objectives, right? And let's start there. And then let's make sure that as a company, LinkedIn, we're doing everything possible to tap into our arsenal to address those challenges that you're having, but also allowing you to get to your goals and objectives. And sometimes that means like rocking out just with LinkedIn, right? But sometimes that also means tapping into a partner that can help you really elevate your campaigns and take your campaign further.
I totally agree with that. All right. So if I could, I would love to poll all of our listeners and ask them who is using a LinkedIn partner for their campaign management or for any part of it. But obviously, since we can't do that, did I hear you correctly? You said 70% of LinkedIn advertisers are using a partner in one way or another?
Yeah, over 70%, they're using one or more partners. In many cases, customers are using multiple partners for different use cases, right? And so one might be using a partner for reporting, another one might be doing for lead gen. And there's different use cases. Everybody has their special sauce, And so a marketer has the option to work with many partners in order to meet their campaign objectives, and more so their marketing goals for the year, for the quarter, whatever the case may be. And so, yes, so a really good chunk of our customers are already using a partner for their LinkedIn campaigns today.
Oh, yeah. All right. So this leads me into a really good question. How have you seen partners in one way or another elevate your customers' LinkedIn campaigns?
Oh, we're on a time constraint, so I can't even tell you all the stories. But, again, I've been here 4.5 years. So I've seen, across the gamut, small partners, large partners deliver so much value for our customers. And so if I think back to some recent real great wins, so we have metadata, and I know we're not supposed to be calling out, but these are success stories and you can find them on our hub. I'll give you the site later, but one of our partners, Metadata, helped Oyster with their full ABM strategy. We talked ABM at B2B Believe in November. And so their full ABM strategy and execution of ad campaigns, I believe it resulted in 3x engagement rate on the campaign. And it doubled the ROI in less than 12 months. And so I'm like, what? We did that? We did that, right? And I was like, okay. Metadata is one of our enterprise level partners that one of my colleagues manages. And then we have Zapier, who works with so many of our customers. It's like Zapier makes you happier. It's an inside joke on our team. But Zapier's real time. I know it's so corny, but it's fun. They have a real-time lead gen solution, and they work with a customer, Harness.io, to look at lead automation. And they were able to improve the accuracy by 99% from campaign manager to market. Like huge.
Wow.
And so it's kind of insane. And there's other stories of teams have reduced their time by 6 hours per week. And while that might not seem a lot, take 6 times 52 weeks, that's a lot of hours that you're saving a customer in managing their campaigns, helping them operate more efficiently, helping them to do more with less, especially now with this economic climate that, we do have less resources. We may have less people. So how do you operate more efficiently consistently, when you're a brand that's activating 10, 20, 30, 100 campaigns in any given quarter, I would like to think that we're all super people, super women and men and people, but there's only but so much we can do. So sometimes getting automated tools and tapping into the right tools more than anything, I think can make the biggest difference when you are executing your marketing campaigns with us.
I totally agree with this. We've had several episodes in the past that are a partner product spotlight. So if anyone's ever curious, they can go back and listen to some of those spotlights we put on partners and different tools. But to your point about saving 6 hours a week, I just think of this as a marketer. Yeah, it's not a big deal to save 6 hours, but think about it. This is 6 super mundane and monotonous hours that don't need to be spent. You can now go and spend that doing the really high value stuff, digging deep into the account, finding opportunities for scale or decreased costs. So this really is a big deal.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing the mundane.
Exactly. And, partners make it more accessible. They have scalable tools. It makes your day-to-day job a lot more simpler and more efficient. And you can spend more time doing the things that really, really require the most attention, being more strategic. But, when it comes to like copy and pasting things, right? Like that sometimes takes a really long time if you're managing multiple campaigns. So how can we collectively, LinkedIn and our partners, help to increase customer value? Like that's really why I'm even on this team and in this business. Like I want to help drive value and I want to help make a difference in how people are operating every single day on our own. Again, I mentioned we're great. We have amazing tools, but sometimes our customers need more access to different tools that our partners provide. And with our partners, they can do things simpler, more efficient, like day parting and auto optimization rules and ad flighting and bulk management and creative optimizations and all the things that customers need to enhance their marketing campaigns with us.
Yes. And I can't tell you how excited I am that there is now this partner ecosystem, because I kind of, quote unquote, grew up in the world of PPC. And there are so many partners out there. If you're running Google ads or Facebook ads, Meta, there's so many different tools that you can take advantage of.
Yes.
LinkedIn hasn't had that. It hasn't really been considered a tier 1 platform until what I would say is fairly recent. And now we have all of those types of things that you'd want to execute that you just mentioned. Any of those needs you have, you can go out and find a partner who is doing this on LinkedIn. And I just want to say, I think this is super powerful. I'm so proud of where it's landed.
Yeah, it's so funny because like before I started working here, I was like, oh, B2B. I'm like, B2B doesn't have to be B2B boring. B2B can be fun and really insightful and really an incredible way to drive some meaningful business outcomes. And so we really have transformed over the last several years. I'd like to think it's when I joined the company, but I know that's not accurate. But it really has transformed into this platform that I am so proud to be a part of. The growth of our LinkedIn ads business, the growth of the overall organization, what we stand for, and how more so we are really doing everything we can to make sure that our customers, our marketers are getting everything that they need from us to be successful. And that is something that I am incredibly proud of.
Oh, I love it. I know there's a lot to the partner programs. There's different tiers. Could you tell us a little bit about what maybe benefits are there for partners?
Yeah. So we have different tiers of partners depending on the tenure with us, but more so depending on the bandwidth and the use cases that you all support, right? Vita Linked is a partner of ours too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we know you're an OG, so this is good. But some of the benefits include having a one-to-one relationship with a partner manager, depending on your level of tier. And that is incredible because you have a trusted resource that you can literally work with every single week to help identify meaningful go-to-market strategies that are going to help to elevate and drive awareness around our value together as partners and what we do for our customers together. And so that is powerful because we have, over 1,000 partners in our ecosystem, but not every single partner is managed and not every single partner is certified. They're all on a journey. And so that's the journey, that's the path to get partner certified and into the level of tier that they're hoping to as they grow with us and they get a manager or partner manager on my team or John's team or Bruna's team or Lara's team that I work with. But more so, there's opportunity to tap into additional resources that we have to drive go-to-market together. There's opportunity to sync directly with our sales teams. There's opportunity to work directly with our sales leaders to identify leads, prospects, and more so identify where can we drive the most value for our customers together. There's opportunity to be a part of our tentpole events that we have throughout the year. Be to Believe, Partner Connect, iHeart ABM. There's so many different touch points that we can include you within, and vice versa, right? There's also an opportunity for us to show up for your events and be a part of any thought leadership, any webinars, any in-person sessions. There's opportunity to tell stories together. I love telling stories together because together we can really help make a big difference. And so how do we tag team on all efforts to really help, again, elevate not so much our companies, but elevate the value that we're offering customers, right? Because if together we continue to build solutions that will help address marketer challenges and marketers find value in it, working with us is just going to be a byproduct of that, right? Like they want to work with people that can help solve things for them. And we want to do that with our partners. And so that's some of the benefits that you can expect to receive from our partner program. Working with our cross-functional teams, we have dedicated resources on the business development side, on the partner edge side. We have our B2B Institute, which is our think tank and is fully equipped with incredible thought leaders. We have a full partner marketing team that is ready and able to start ideating on some really cool marketing concepts that, again, can help elevate the value that we're driving for our customers. And so as we evolve this program and continue to grow, there's so much information that we disseminate through webinars and different methods. And so you can find a lot of that on the hub, which is our LinkedIn Marketing Partner Hub. If you search on Bing, you can directly find that link. And I can also share the links with you, AJ, so you can share out to your followers, your subscribers on here. But yeah, so I think that there's opportunity for our always on marketing programs, which obviously you get visibility on our hub, which is external facing for all customers and marketers to visit. So that will give you free marketing and visibility for customers to come and learn more about you. That hub also houses our success stories with customers and partners. So that's another touch point that we can really have there. And then again, as I mentioned before, I think for us, it's really, really valuable. And we've heard a lot of feedback from partners that having that FaceTime with our sales team, either one-on-one or one-to-many, whether it be in a larger format or smaller, has been incredibly valuable globally. And so our marketing partners program is not just in North America, but it's literally across the globe. And many of our partners support our customers across the globe. And some are starting to really branch out into different regions as well, helping to have that global footprint, which is great.
I love this. All right, here's a quick sponsor break, and then we'll jump back into the interview.
The LinkedIn Ads Show is proudly brought to you by B2Link.com, the LinkedIn ads experts.
Managing LinkedIn ads is a massive time and money investment. Do you want some of that investment back? Consider booking a discovery call with B2 Linked, the original LinkedIn ads performance agency. We've worked with some of the largest accounts over the past 12 years, and our unique scientific approach to ads management, combined with our proprietary tools, allowing us to confidently optimize and scale your LinkedIn ads faster and more efficiently than any other agency, in-house team, or digital ads hire. Plus, we're an official LinkedIn partner, which after this episode, you'll know exactly what that means. Just mosey on over to b2linked.com/apply. We'd absolutely love the chance to get to work with you. All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the interview. All right, so I have to ask, what qualifies someone to be a marketing partner? I'm imagining because this is with the API, this means these are people who are building tools, right? Mm-hmm. Who else is able to become a partner?
Yeah, it really just depends on the use cases that you support, right? What's your special sauce? And whether or not our APIs currently support the use case that you're looking to really invest in with us. And so, whether you as a platform can support campaign management, reporting and ROI, we talked about this before, but audiences, page management, insights, lead gen, content, and creative. So if you fall under any of those use cases that our APIs support today, these are all specialties that our current partners do support. If you fall under any of those, you may have a good chance of becoming one of our LinkedIn marketing partners. So there is a developer website that you can visit to apply to become a partner, and we will evaluate the use case that you currently support, how you're looking to really plug into our LinkedIn APIs. And if there's a match and you fall under any of those specialties, then we can start working together.
Ooh, if there is someone out there who's creating a tool or wants to create a tool, what advice would you give them? What can they do to better help their case to have a higher likelihood of being prioritized or being taken on as a partner?
Yeah, I think one, be specific in your application, right? As you can imagine, we get a ton of requests.
Yeah.
Be specific on what's your special sauce. We want to hear about your special sauce. Two, obviously, if you have customers that are asking for it, that's always a really great story to share with us and say, many of our customers are working with us. They want to activate their LinkedIn campaigns through our platform. And guess what? Hey, we don't have integration with you. So can we work on that? And so that's a really great way, right? Because now we have customers asking for this integration to happen, and we can start having those conversations. We can start working with our business development team, with our partner eng team, with our product team, and getting all our ducks in a row to make sure that happens. And total sidebar, I said ducks in a row, and I'm looking out my window and there's 4 ducks walking across the way by the lake. And it's so funny.
That's amazing.
Perfect line.
Perfect example.
Yeah. So I think if they do that, I think that will help build a case, right? Because whatever a customer needs from us, like we want to make sure that we're accommodating that. And if one customer is asking for it, the likelihood of that many other customers is very high, are also demanding that. Again, we want to work with customers in the way that they want to work with us. And if that's via a partner, let's make it happen. And let's make sure that we are helping to simplify the process in working with LinkedIn as much as possible, ease the transaction between customers, us, partner, et cetera, to make sure that, again, we help to simplify the process working with us while also delivering value and really great outcomes for the marketer.
Awesome, Illiana. This has been fantastic. I appreciate you sharing all this information about the partner program. My last question for you is, do you have anything exciting that you're working on professionally and personally?
Yeah, I'm actually working on a few projects right now. One, I just finished this voiceover workshop not long ago, and I really took the course just to try to do more public speaking because I really enjoy it. It really fills my cup. And then I started realizing, wow, this is like a really cool opportunity to tap into. And it's been really, really fun just trying to find ways to adjust my voice and work on different projects. So voiceover has been really fun. Also, I have a newsletter called Lost in Translation, sort of tapping into the diversity piece, but the newsletter focuses on highlighting challenges and limitations for historically excluded groups. And it's a focus on experiences that have shaped who I am, and how they and we and me, I show up, both in my professional life and my personal life. Because based on our experiences, that really shaped who we are and the way we show up at work. What else am I working on? I'm doing a bunch of speaking engagements around the power of authenticity and taming your inner critic because, imposter syndrome is real.
We've all got it.
Oh my gosh. Even on my best days, I'm like, wait. And I'm like, no, just go to sleep. Go to sleep, girl. Go to sleep. But, covering topics, the power that we each have. We literally, every single person and listening on this and not listening, we have the power and influence to create more diverse, more inclusive, and more equitable spaces for every single member of the workforce. And we have more power than we think. And so as you look at your colleague next to you, whether it be in person or on the virtual screen, I talk about how can we show up for others in a meaningful way. And even the smallest action and thought could actually make the biggest difference. And so I've been doing a lot around speaking engagements around that, because I think that, the only way that we're going to change what this world looks like for future generations is if we start doing the work now. That's some of the stuff I'm working on.
So true. Is there any way that you want people to be able to reach out to you after this interview? I mean, do you want them to reach out to you on LinkedIn, anywhere else?
Yeah, tap into LinkedIn. Honestly, crazy enough, my main social platform and more tech platform that I leverage on a regular basis, not because I work here, but I really enjoy being on the platform. I feel like it feeds me in different ways, mentally, spiritually, and educationally and professionally. So LinkedIn, connect with me, send me an email. Happy to dialogue, have some dialogue on there. And yeah, happy to answer any questions as well.
Perfect. So we'll put a link to your LinkedIn profile down in the show notes, as well as the link to the Marketing Hub.
Yes.
Illiana, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing of your wisdom. Do you have any parting words for us?
Yes, I have parting words for everyone listening. Whether you are a customer, whether you're a prospective partner, whether you are an existing partner of ours, ask for what you need. If you don't ask, you don't get. Right? We want to support you. We want to help you in working with us in a greater way. We want to have long-term sustainable partnership with our partners. We want to have long-term sustainable relationships with our customers. And we want to make sure that we are doing everything possible for you all to work with us and that we drive value in the way that you expect from us. And so ask for what you need, connect with me, and let's start the conversation.
Perfect. Illiana Acosta, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. And please do, everyone, reach out to her, shoot her an email, make sure you're connected to her. She's a fantastic resource, especially for those who are partners or want to be partners. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, I've got the episode resources for you coming right up, so stick around.
Thank you for listening to the LinkedIn Ad Show. Hungry for more? AJ Wilcox, take it away.
Okay, like we mentioned in the interview, we'll have a link to Illiana Acosta's profile on LinkedIn. So make sure you go and connect to her, send her a message, tell her she's awesome. She also mentioned the Partner Hub, where you can go and find out all about LinkedIn marketing partners. The link's there as well. You'll also see the link to the company engagement report that we talked about that was posted by J.O. at LinkedIn. Now, if you're just getting started on LinkedIn ads or know someone who is, I'd love it if you'd point them towards the LinkedIn ads course on LinkedIn Learning. I'm the instructor on that one, and I know I'm a little bit biased, but it is by far the highest quality and the lowest cost LinkedIn ads course out there. If this is your first time listening, thank you and welcome. We'd love to have you subscribe so you can hear more episodes like this in the future. If this is not your first time listening, I would love to invite you to rate and review the podcast on whatever player you're using. Or if you can't find a review function, go over to use Apple Podcasts version. That's where the majority of the reviews come in. We don't charge anything for listening to this podcast, obviously. So the best way you can repay us and say thanks is by leaving us a review. I'd really appreciate it. With any questions, suggestions, or corrections for this episode or the podcast in general, reach out to us at podcast@b2linked.com. With that being said, we'll see you back here next week. I'm cheering you on in your LinkedIn ads initiatives.